treatment. Unsafe buildings in Dhaka to be demolished soon, Housing and Public Works Minister tells the Parliament. Khalida Zia did not show courtesy after Coco's death, but BNP leaders visiting Ubaidul Qadir manifestation of courtesy, comments Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. OIC to approach International Court of Justice for establishing rights of the Rohingya people. And in Dhaka Premier Division T20 League, Sheikh Jamal Dhanmondi Club clinched the title, beating Prime Dholeshwar Sporting Club by 24 runs. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. I'm Tazrian Ruby Sharno.
And Zafar Imam with you. We have heard the headlines. Now we move on to detail. The Cabinet has approved in principle the draft of Bangladesh Krida Shiksha Pratishthan Act 2019. The approval was given at the regular Cabinet meeting held at Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in the chair at Prime Minister's office in the capital today. Everything in the draft law is almost like Ordinance of 1983. Some changes have been made in sections 5 of the law. Earlier there were 10 members of the Board of Governors headed by Minister in charge of Ministry of Youth and Sports in accordance with the Ordinance. In light of the draft law, now the Board of Governors will be constituted with 20 members. Bangladesh Krida Shiksha Pratishthan BK SP has been run by a military ordinance of 1983, and there is a legal obligation to enact a new law translating it into Bangla. The Cabinet has been informed of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's visit to Germany from February 14 to 16 and United Arab Emirates from February 17 to 19. Meanwhile, the Cabinet adopted separate obituary resolutions at deaths in devastating Chowk Bazaar fire incident in the capital and at the death of founder of book reading movement and also Ekushe Padak winner Harisuddin, popularly known as Bolan Sarkar. The Cabinet requested the countrymen to pray for Awami League General Secretary and Road and Transport and Bridges Minister Ubaidul Qadir, who is now being treated at Mount Elizabeth Hospital in Singapore with critical cardiac ailments. After the meeting, Cabinet Secretary Muhammad Shafiul Alam told these to newsmen at a briefing at the Secretariat. Ailing Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Bridges Minister Ubaidul Qadir has been admitted to Mount Elizabeth Hospital in Singapore tonight. He was taken to Singapore for better treatment following the advice of renowned Indian cardiologist Dr. Devi Prasad Sethi. An air ambulance of Mount Elizabeth Hospital carrying Qadir left Hazrat Shah Jalam International Airport at around 4:15 in the afternoon. Ubaidul Qadir's wife Isratun Nisa Qadir, Director of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University Hospital Dr. Abu Nasser Rizvi, and a medical team of Mount Elizabeth Hospital accompanied him on board. Earlier, Dr. Devi Prasad Sethi examined the Awami League leader at Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University Hospital and advised Qadir be taken abroad for better treatment. Vice Chancellor Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University BSMMU Dr. Konok Kanti Borua, quoting Dr. Shetty, said Qadir's blood pressure improved and his diabetes was under control. Treatment so far proved to Qadir was appropriate, he said, quoting Dr. Shetty. Dr. Shetty arrived at BSMMU around 1:30 midday to scrutinize the overall treatment of the ailing Awami League General Secretary at the coronary care unit of the hospital. Ubaidul Qadir was admitted to BSMMU hospital as he felt breathing problem after Fajr prayers on Sunday. Later he was diagnosed with blockades in 3 coronary arteries. Renowned Indian cardiologist Dr. Devi Shetty highly appreciated Bangladeshi physicians who provided treatment to Awami League General Secretary Ubaidul Qadir, saying the physicians at BSMMU did an excellent job. Dr. Shetty made such remarks when he paid a courtesy call on Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at her office this afternoon. After the call on, Press Secretary to the Prime Minister Ihsanul Karim briefed the newsman. The Press Secretary quoted the Indian cardiologist Dr. Shetty as saying that none can expect more even in developed countries like Bangladeshi doctors did for Ubaidul Qadir. Dr. Shetty apprised the Prime Minister of the latest health condition of Ubaidul Qadir. The Prime Minister extended her sincere thanks to Shetty for coming to Bangladesh, quickly responding to the call for the treatment of Ubaidul Qadir. In response, Dr. Shetty assured Sheikh Hasina of coming to Bangladesh whenever he would be called in. The Indian cardiologist highly appreciated Bangladesh's tremendous development under the visionary leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. State Minister for Foreign Affairs Mohammad Shahrir Alam, State Minister for Health and Family Welfare Dr. Murad Hassan were present among others on the occasion.
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has urged British expatriate Bangladeshis to invest in Bangladesh's various sectors, particularly in the food processing industry. The Prime Minister made the call when visiting Speaker of Tower Hamlet in London, Ayaz Mia, paid a courtesy call on her at her Jatiya সংসদ office in Dhaka this evening. Chairman of non-resident Bangladeshi group SM Sheikh Chaudhary was present during the time after the call on. Press Secretary to the Prime Minister Ihsanul Karim briefed the newsman. Sheikh Hasina said her government always welcomes the expatriate Bangladeshis living in the UK to invest in food processing industry, as there is a huge demand of processed food at home and abroad. During the meeting, the Speaker of Tower Hamlet termed Bangladesh as a role model of development and said the country is progressing as peace and stability is prevailing in the country. Ayaz Mia informed the Prime Minister that a road in London will be named after the name of late Minister for Public Administration, Syed Ashraful Islam. During the time, the Shammanona plaque was presented to the Prime Minister on behalf of the non-resident Bangladeshi Centre. The government will take steps soon to demolish the vulnerable buildings in Dhaka city. Housing and Public Works Minister SM Rizal Karim told this while replying to a question in the question and answer session in the Parliament today. Earlier, the sitting of the House resumed in the afternoon with Speaker Dr. Sheen Sharmin Chaudhary in the chair. The Housing Minister said there are now 255 vulnerable buildings in the capital, while 35 buildings fall under highly vulnerable ones. Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood moved Bangladesh Film and Television Institute Amendment Bill 2019 in the Parliament. Later, the bill was sent to the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information Ministry for further scrutiny. Later, several
Now, international news. The Organization of Islamic Cooperation (OIC) Ministerial Committee has unanimously adopted a resolution to move the pronouncement at the International Court of Justice (ICJ) for establishing the legal rights of Rohingya people who have been forcibly displaced from their motherland, Rakhine State of Myanmar. The committee adopted the resolution in the final session of the 46th Council of Foreign Ministers in Abu Dhabi, which was held on the last day of the Council meeting on Saturday. Bangladesh Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen led the high-powered delegation to the Council and negotiations in the Special Committee in this regard. This unanimous measure has set a precedent for the OIC in pursuing the legal paths to justice for addressing crimes committed against humanity and establishing the legal rights of Rohingya population to their rightful homeland in the Rakhine State of Myanmar. At least 23 people have been killed as tornadoes struck Lee County in eastern Alabama, authorities say. Country Sheriff J. Jones said there had been catastrophic damage and there were fears more bodies would be found. The number of the injured is not yet known. Rescue efforts have been halted until dawn due to the danger of searching in the dark. The most devastating tornado struck this area around Burgard, carving a path at least half a mile wide. The National Weather Service classified it as at least an EF3, meaning winds of up to 266 km per hour. Opposition leader Juan Guaido called for nationwide demonstrations on Monday to coincide with his planned return to Venezuela, a challenge expected to escalate his power struggle with President Nicolas Maduro. Guaido on Sunday said Venezuelans should monitor his official announcements and he would provide details about meeting points for supporters. He said they should gather across the country at 11 in the morning on Monday. If the regime dares, of course, to kidnap us, it will be the last mistake they make, he said. Guaido spoke to camera in a room with his wife Fabiana Rosales beside him and a Venezuelan flag in the background.
Quran Khani, Dua and Milad Mahfil was organized by Dhaka South City Awami League seeking recovery of Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Business Minister Ubaidul Qadir at Bangabandhu Avenue in the capital today. Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood, Dhaka South City Awami League President Abul Hasnat, leaders of Awami League and associate organizations took part in the Dua and Milad Mahfil. Seeking blessing for Ubaidul Qadir from the countrymen, the Information Minister said Bangladeshi doctors provided right treatment to the Awami League Secretary skillfully. Later, Munajat was offered for Ubaidul Qadir's early recovery. Commerce Minister Tipu Moshi has said Bangladesh has been able to earn GDP growth in different sectors, including the garment sector, despite economic fall worldwide. He said this at a seminar titled Impact of Emerging International Trade Relations in Bangladesh, organized by Asian Development Bank (ADB) at a local hotel in the capital today. Presided over by ADB Country Director Manmohan Prakash. Among others, Prime Minister's Economic Advisor Dr. Mushir Rahman also spoke at the seminar. The Commerce Minister said the present government is a trade-friendly one and is working for flourishing trade and commerce. Post Telecommunication and Information Technology Minister Mustafa Zabar has emphasized on geospatial data for sustainable and infrastructural development in the country. He made the call while addressing a seminar titled Pilot Project for Designing Ideal National Spatial Data Infrastructure (NSDI) at a hotel in the capital today. JICA Bangladesh Chief Representative Hitachi Hirata, Japanese local government GIS expert Akiyoshi Ishihuji, and BUET Professor Dr. Mafizur Rahman, among others, spoke on the occasion. The ICT Minister said all geospatial data will be stored in a single platform, allowing concerned organizations to exchange data and information easily.
Information Secretary Abdul Malik has stressed utilization of country's youth power. He was speaking at a conference of Human Development Television (HDTV) held in a local hotel in the capital today. Bangladesh Television, in cooperation of Japanese donor organizations JICA and Access to Information A2I project, organized the conference. Among others, Director of HDTV project Mahfouz Akhtar, A2I Policy Advisor Amir Chaudhuri, JICA Dhaka Office Representative Hitachi Hirata, Bangladesh Television Deputy Director General Shurat Kumar Sarkar, and Director General Harun Rashid spoke on the occasion. Information Secretary Abdul Malik said programs made under HDTV project are playing important role in inducing people to good work. Under the project of capacity building on human development television HDTV program in Bangladesh, discussion was held on Jante Chai program's role. A month-long film research seminar program organized by Bangladesh Film Archive has been inaugurated. Information Secretary opened the seminar at Bangladesh Film Archive Auditorium in the capital today. Chaired by Director of Bangladesh Film Archive Yaqub Ali, among others, film researchers Dr. Sajidul Awal, Anupam Hayat, dance artist Laila Hassan, and film director Abu Musa Debu took part in the discussion. A research paper was presented on the life and works of film personality Hassan Imam by Mahfouz Siddiqui in the program. Information Secretary Abdul Malik said there is no alternative to research to achieve excellence in any industry. The Film Research Fellowship will play a vital role for the development of the film industry, the Secretary added. A total of 13 research proposals have been approved for this year. Now news and weather. Weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow says a light to moderate rain or thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty or squally wind is likely to occur at many places over Khulna, Borishal and Chattogram divisions, and a few places over Dhaka and Sylhet divisions, with moderately heavy falls at places and hails at isolated places over the area. Weather may remain mainly dry with temporary partly cloudy sky elsewhere over the country. Day temperature may rise by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius over northern part, and it may fall slightly elsewhere over the country. Night temperature may rise by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius over the country. Country's maximum temperature today was recorded 31 degrees Celsius at Cox's Bazar, and minimum was 13.2 degrees Celsius at Shatkhira and Tetilvia. Now news and sports. Sheikh Jamal Dhanmondi Club beat Prime Doleshwar Sporting Club by 24 runs and clinched the championship title of Dhaka Premier Division T20 Cricket League today. Chasing the victory target of 158 runs, Prime Doleshwar Sporting Club managed to score 133 runs for 8 in their stipulated 20 overs at Mirpur Sherebangla Stadium. Farhad Reza scored 45 runs for Prime Doleshwar. Earlier, Sheikh Jamal Dhanmondi won the toss and batted first. They scored 157 runs for 7 in their stipulated 20 overs. Imtiaz Hussain scored 56 runs for Sheikh Jamal. Now to end the bulletin, headlines once again. Cabinet approves draft of Bangladesh Krida Shiksha Pratishthan Act 2019. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir sent to Singapore for better treatment. Unsafe buildings in Dhaka to be demolished soon, Housing and Public Works Minister tells Parliament. Khalida Zia did not show courtesy after Coco's death, but BNP leaders visiting Obaidul Qadir manifestation of courtesy, comments Information Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. OIC to approach International Court of Justice for establishing rights of Rohingya people. And in Dhaka Premier Division T20 League, Sheikh Jamal Dhanmondi Club clinched title, beating Prime Doleshwar Sporting Club by 24 runs.
That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us, and we invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. Until then, Khuda Hafiz.
Khuda Hafiz.